Hey guys, Pat over here, Fellsmere Fishing Headquarters here in Fellsmere. Got three of the best guides out there, man. Well, the best for sure. And we want to thank Mike coming out, Mike Onaldy coming out from Holland Bass Guide Service, and do a quick fishing report. A lot of guys have been calling, wondering what's going on, and we still have a lot of people coming down. We still have a lot of reservations and people. We know you guys watch it a lot, and I was talking to one guy earlier, and they're like, "Man, when's the next show coming out, man? I'm trying to put my plan together." And so they want to know, what's been going on, and what y'all are catching them on, and where you're catching them, and all that good stuff, and maybe talk about the spawn a little bit, because I know a lot of post-spawn fish being caught, that they're feeding up like it's a post-spawn mode, but yet there's still fish that are spawning. So, Mikey, what's going on out there?
It's April.
It's April, and it is.
So you got, what, 2/3 of them have already spawned, and this will probably be the last moon because the water's warm.
Right.
But yeah, I see a lot of half full fish, but we're still not grouped up big offshore. I mean, I'm catching them on the edge of the deep, but they're not grouped up big, like how the post spawn gets 10, 15 fish in a group,
Right.
Ball up. Haven't seen that yet, but I've been fishing really shallow. I've been fishing Three Forks for 2 weeks, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I know.
And man, I mean, it's just stupid good.
Yeah, I know.
Can't get out there in a bass boat, sorry. The water's down, way down, probably 3 feet.
Oh, really?
But the fish are still in the same place. So I'm fishing in 2 feet of water and just wrecking them.
Wow.
And what we're seeing is they're still on the roots, because the water's still pretty clear there, and I'm just going around and drifting through those roots and just fishing on top of the roots, and they come out and slam it. And I mean, we're talking big fish and that much water. I mean, big. We mean a lot of bigs.
Wow.
So, that's a different scenario, but the fish on the deep end of Three Forks have been like crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the first Lake One, that deep canal.
Right.
There's a really good setup there where it's all 5 feet of water, and then it falls off, and they're in that flat for 200 yards. Worm, chatterbait, top water, spinnerbait, rattle trap, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Same thing at Headwaters. I mean, are you pretty much same
Yeah,
deal?
that's how I fished today. I went shallow today. I couldn't find any fish on my graph deep. Nothing, onesie twosies, but we caught all of our fish pretty darn shallow.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. So, and they weren't any eggy fish today. I think our biggest was like 5'2", but a lot of 4s and a lot of 3s and very few dinks.
Right.
So
Good-
it was
good
fun.
quality fish,
I mean, they had a
solid
good time.
fish.
But that's the way it's been all week for me. A lot of mid-range fish, 4 to 6.
Yeah. Nice.
Who's
Good-
complaining?
good-
I mean-
no, right. I mean, absolutely. You kidding me? Love it. Well, thank you, Mikey. What about you, Steve? What's going on?
Buddy, we're catching them just like he's saying, but we're hitting some stretches where we're catching big fish too. We'll hit a stretch, 100, 150 yard stretch in 3.5 to a foot of water. And I'm gonna give up the bait right now that I've been catching them on. I've mentioned it before. The big worms, I'm telling you, the Bass Assassin 11-inch curly tail worm in gooseberry and plum apple has been jacking some big fish right now. I went out with a buddy of mine that's down, what was it, 2 days ago or something like that?
Yeah.
And we had 4 giant fish.
Yeah.
I mean, a sack of 26 and change
Wow.
on 5 fish. Well, actually on 4 fish, and then I got broke off on one.
I'll be darned.
So, and then I talked to him today. Same deal, same pattern. And he's got 2 5s, several 4s, some 3s, and some smaller fish.
Just Texas rigging it with an 1/8 or a
3/16.
Yeah,
Yep.
3/16.
Yep, the 3/16. And just like last year, and we talked about this last year, I'm finding those ditches, and anywhere Hyacinth mat meets up with those ditches, I'm flipping that worm on top of it, and I'm shaking it off and letting it drop right down in front.
Right.
And that line jumps like a lightning bolt goes through it.
Right.
And you just reel down and you crackle.
And I know you and I were targeting points. Anytime we come to a point, you were
Yes.
throwing that worm, that's when you caught that 7.5,
Yes.
right on that point,
Yeah. Yeah. But right off of a ditch.
right off of a ditch.
Right off of a
exactly.
ditch. The South Lake's fishing great. Pat and I got to fish together. Man, we had a great day. We jacked them pretty good.
Oh man, we
Caught them on a chatterbait, caught them punching, and caught them on big worms. And all of those right now are working. I've been catching them in 8 foot to 1.5 foot. You know, foot deep.
Right.
You know, anywhere in there.
Right.
Some of them still have some roe. I can still feel and look and see that some of them are like half done.
Yeah,
You know, they slide off and then they slide back on.
right.
I haven't caught anything lately that's just full of eggs, just getting ready to pop or anything like that. But you know, I'm kind of like you. It's about over.
Well, you know what made me feel good today was I caught 8 or 10 that were peeing.
Yes, that's a
You know what
fact.
that means?
Yes,
They're still on.
yes,
Yeah.
it is still on 100%.
Yeah,
But
so,
every shiner fish I catch that's a smaller size, a buck size, in the places I'm shiner fishing, they're not doing that. But when I go shallow and I go way back
yep,
and I get them on artificial,
they're peeing.
they're peeing.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So absolutely, there's still a lot of fish doing a lot of stuff right
Yeah,
now.
well,
Interesting.
So we got 2 weeks. No, what's half moon down?
Yeah. So we got
Yeah.
about
2
yeah,
weeks.
yeah,
Yes,
about
sir.
2.5.
I think it'll be Donkey Kong. I really do. I think it's going to be a good one because everything this year
Yes.
has been late.
Yes.
You know, and
I'm
this
late on
is
the
like a
bluegill
normal
spawn.
March. This is
Yeah.
going to be
yeah,
like
'cause
March.
that hasn't really happened yet.
Nope. Bluegill spawn's coming up, and folks, let me tell you something. The bluegill spawn, you can absolutely jack them on a swim jig and a chatterbait. You can wear them out.
Yeah.
You can wear them out.
Yep.
And they haven't quite started doing their thing yet. I'm not seeing that yet,
No,
but it's going to happen in the next month or so.
yeah,
It's late.
yeah.
What are you seeing, Mike? What's going on with you?
Well, basically, when I'm doing a lot of shiner trips, as far as my fishing, and we've been fishing the deeper pits, and where the little ditches come into the pit there, and those north and south pit there on that east side. I mean, they got a shelf that just drops
Yep.
straight down, and that's where most of the fish have been hanging. Is right there on that grass edge.
A lot of numbers. there.
Yeah, big numbers. You catch a lot of fish. No giants because I think those big females a lot of them are still up shallow.
Right.
But as far as numbers go,
Mhm.
now today we really didn't catch any dinks. It was basically fishing at 3 to 5 pound range.
That's nice, man. That's a good
So,
day right
yeah,
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
That's a
was a
solid
good
day.
deal.
Did you notice deep grass? I noticed like on those pits, that grass is really coming up deep now.
Yes.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
10, 11, 12 feet
yeah,
of water.
I found some.
That grass
some
is 4 to 5 feet up.
Yep.
And boy, is that gonna be a fun fest in about a couple weeks when everything's postponed.
Yeah. They'll be out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Fishes of all sizes will be out there just chewing it up.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
for
Hey,
sure.
and talk about the blockages a little bit, guys, if you don't mind. 'Cause,
So-
got a lot of phone calls on that today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ditch 13 all the way through is wide open now.
Ditch 13, so that's the one that runs east and west, guys.
So well,
Runs north and south.
no, that's the S canal. So ditch
Oh.
13 was open. It may be closed with this little bit different wind. I didn't run the whole thing today.
I thought I saw a clog.
Okay,
about
so-
midway today.
Okay, so something maybe it come off the North Lake and
Yeah.
and reclogged it because it was open. You could run it.
Okay.
The S canal is wide open.
Wide open. Yeah.
That's canal's wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Whoa.
The
Stall
boat ramp.
number 1 is clogged.
Yeah. Stall number 1 at the boat ramp is clogged,
Okay.
even after we cleared it the other day and spent an hour doing it. The left side, stall 2 is open.
Did you get yelled at for cleaning it?
No.
Oh.
It's open and whatnot. We got a little bit of a northwest wind today, which helped that out a
Yeah.
little bit. I tell you what, with the water levels where it should be right now, I mean, we might be 2 or 3 inches above, but it's about where it needs to be. Even on the east side, you can run those ditches on the east side because you can see them in the hydrilla now. The hydrilla's topped out in the grass or in the east side now, so you can run down those alleys.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you can navigate over there a little
Right,
bit
that
safer.
helps.
We were there
Yeah.
today, man, and it was beautiful on the east side.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Caught a few little ones, I just looked at it and thought, all right, these guys aren't gonna do this well, so we went back over and fished the other side, but I'm telling you, man, it's shallow
Yeah.
is redfish this month.
Yeah. The east-west ditch, the main east-west ditch right before you get into Egan is open.
Okay.
The Pizza Pie is closed. It's still got a blockage there. You can probably push through it.
Right.
You can probably push through that one. I saw that one today.
Square Pond fished well today.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it?
Yep, so the usual spots there.
Oh, and the ditches coming in?
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
Very good. Very
So it's very navigable right now. There's not a lot of stuff now. If you'd asked me that 3 or 4 days ago, it'd been a whole different story.
good. Right.
But it's fantastic right now.
So that southwest wind yesterday, it was blowing 30 plus, helped us.
Yeah, actually, it moved a lot of stuff out of the way that was in the way.
That's good.
And it moved a lot of the big stuff. The only thing I'm worried about is there's still some big stuff by the boat ramp in the corner,
Yeah.
in the east corner.
And what's that gonna do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If we get a good east
The wrong
wind,
wind.
and then we get a north or northeast wind,
Yeah.
it's gonna push it right back in the S Canal. But hopefully, maybe St. John's will come out and maybe, dig it out of there and
Right.
just totally take it out of the
Yeah,
way.
they
So
will.
we'll see.
They're pretty good about that.
But the
Yeah.
fishing is getting really, really, really good. The artificial bite, I love it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love it. You want to fish artificial? Come on, let's go. I'm ready to go artificial.
And
fishing.
what a great afternoon. I mean, a lot of guys have been really doing good top water in the afternoon.
Yes.
Spooks and frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hearing a
Yeah,
lot of good
and
stuff.
I've heard
about
that. I've not got a chance to.
I threw a devil's horse out into that one cut,
Off
that
the
comes
pit,
into
yeah.
the deep pit, and then my client got hooked up. So, and I think it got hooked. So I'm I laid my rod down and I started trying to dig the hook out, right? All of a sudden my rod took off across it. The devil's still sitting there.
On the top water?
Yeah, just sitting there, not even moving. And
That's
the guy,
fantastic.
luckily, he stuck his foot on it right before it went over the edge and stopped it.
We had a
So,
good topwater bite today.
Did you?
We probably caught 20 on top water.
Really?
Nice.
We didn't even get a chance to throw. We went through 4 dozen in an hour and 45 minutes.
Hmm.
4 dozen shiners this morning, hour and 45 minutes, and then we went to artificial. It was ridiculous.
You know the difference between a Canadian and a canoe?
No,
A canoe will tip.
well,
I was told that on board today.
oh, boy.
The folks, some of the folks we had today were from Canada.
Yeah, they're good people.
Great people. I mean, great people, great fishermen, fisherwomen as well. And it was just fantastic. So it was a great trip today.
Yeah.
I fished with Mike today, man. We had a lot of fun. We boated a lot of fish today, man. It was awesome.
That's good.
I cleaned my boat.
That's great.
Oh, and Mike cleaned his boat, unbelievable. So, if you get Mike in the next month or so here, you might get
Take
a
your
clean
shoes off.
boat. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
take
might
your
have to
shoes
take your
off where
shoes
you
off
got
in his boat.
Where you don't moor.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's it, guys. And by the way, Garcia. Let me start off with Stick Marsh. So my buddy Jeff, he's now from West Virginia. He took his dad out to Stick Marsh. Not yesterday, day before yesterday. 72. Brought
Wow.
back pictures of a 7, several 4s and 5s. We caught 72 fish down at the south end. A lot of them were caught in the new reeds that are running east and west along, out there.
Yeah.
So they're taken to them reeds out
Yes.
there, and they noticed some of the hydrilla meshed up in there with hyacinth, and they were doing some punching, and then a lot on top water. Again, a lot on top water. So that's
It's
Stick Marsh.
encouraging, yeah.
And Stick Marsh, you got to watch the wind with that. I was telling some of the guys today, you just got to watch the wind with that. I mean, that south end is always gonna produce, but when you get them strong north winds, it muddies up and it's a little bit tougher. But Stick Marsh is fishing good.
The reeds have helped though.
The reeds have
The
helped.
reeds help because it cuts that swell in half.
Right. Yeah. So then you can fish closer to the
Here's a
bank.
tip. Start at the reeds and work south.
Yeah.
Don't go to the bank. I'm telling you, there's more fish between them reeds and that bank than there are on the bank.
Okay. There you
Yeah.
go.
That wood, they're clinging to the wood.
Okay.
Still,
Perfect.
a lot of those fish
Because
we
I know
caught
a
the
lot of
other day,
spawning was going on around them stumps.
their bellies were all torn up from laying on wood.
No,
Nice.
Yep,
Nice.
there's a tip.
Okay.
there you
There you
go.
go.
You heard it here.
And Garcia's another one that's fishing great. Sent some guys out there yesterday that did really good. The day before did really good. Out in front of that lightning shack, that's my spot. I mean, anytime you go out there on Sunday, you'll see me out there. I'm telling you, the fish are in that suspended vegetation, and they're just right out in front of that. Just go east and west in front of that lightning shack in that one block. And we're throwing chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, and big easies and wrecking them.
And you're winning.
We've been doing pretty good. And this weekend we got, Maurice and I got Blue Cypress, so shout out to Jim and Tammy for saving a cabin for us. We're gonna spend the weekend out there, and next week we'll let you know how we did. Got a little intel on a few areas out there. I'll share with you next week for sure. So other than that, what else, guys?
That's it, buddy.
Don't give up.
Ready to go fishing. FL
Ready
Big
to
Bass
go.
Adventures Guide Service.
All in bass.
All in Bass Guide Service.
All right,
Fellsmere
guys.
Fishing Headquarters.com.
Don't forget about the watering hole next door. Cold beer,